What's good, family? This video is going to be about women experiencing the pressure to settle. So I got a question from one of my lady subscribers, and I think that a lot of you will relate to it, and a lot of men need to understand that this is the type of thing that's happening and maybe not contribute to it so much in their families. So I'm going to read this question from the young lady, and then we're going to discuss it. She says, "Hey Kevin, I'm struggling with the feeling that I have to settle in dating because I'm getting older and my friends and family keep pressuring me. How do I stay true to what I want in a partner without feeling like I'm running out of time? Sometimes it feels like the pool of good matches are shrinking and I don't want to end up alone. Are there ways to balance societal expectations with my own desires? I want to make sure I don't make decisions I'll regret just to appease others. How do I deal with this pressure without losing confidence in myself?" My wife and I wrote each other multiple times a day for 3 weeks before we even had our first phone call. Paragraph by paragraph, book by book, we got more comfortable with one another. But most people don't put that type of effort into messages anymore. Hell, now you're lucky if you get a full word or a whole sentence back after a few DMs. These days, every dating site has the same issue. Low effort messages, fake profiles, catfishing, models, perverts, gauging attraction off of pictures alone, and hiding the best features behind paywalls. Most dating websites don't give us an opportunity to fully represent who we are or catch a virtual date whenever we feel up to it. In fact, most people never make it to a phone call, they never hear each other's voice or make it to a real date. It just dies in the DMs. But our app is different in that way. On our app, you can get right to the point of online dating, the dating. And right now, it's completely free. I met my soulmate on MySpace in 2008. You can meet your soulmate at the link below. First of all, as far as your friends and family pressuring you, I think you really need to have an honest discussion. If they're really your friends, if they're really your family, and you're close and you have an intimate enough relationship where they're in your business to that degree, then you should be able to tell them the truth. And the truth is they're traumatizing you with the pressure that they're putting on you. It's not like you don't know that you go to bed alone and you turn over in bed and no one's there. You obviously know you're alone. You obviously know that you don't have a partner. And sometimes you get used to it. You're feeling good about yourself. Life is about other shit. You're moving through it. You're navigating. And then somebody reminds you of the thing that you don't have. And it brings that darkness back into your day or your life. That doom and gloom comes back. In coaching over 4,500 people, I have noticed over and over and over, when you put the need for partnership and the obsession with finding partnership down and you just be, partnership comes to you, right? If a few things are in line with that. They're giving you pressure and stress that you don't need, you don't deserve, it doesn't serve you, and it only makes you want to avoid their relationship. So they need to know how they're affecting you. You need to be more verbal and more clear about what their effect on you is and why maybe you sometimes avoid speaking to them. Why maybe sometimes they're making you feel uncomfortable to be around them. Why they're increasing your trauma. That needs to be a conversation you have with your friends and family, because nobody who loves you should want to have that effect on you. To the second part of that question, you asked me how you could stay true to what you wanted in a partner without feeling like you're running out of time. We're always running out of time, so disregard that. Make the best use of your time, period, always. Outside of that, what you want in a partner and what you need in a partner might be two different things. In coaching over 4,500 people, probably closer to 5,000, I know I say it all the time ad nauseum, but I'm really a coach that does content, not the other way around. I've met more people who were prioritizing what they wanted in a partner over what they needed in a partner. And when you meet a partner who serves your needs, you have lasting love. When you meet a partner who serves your wants, you have a spark. You have chemistry at first and then shit fizzles out because they don't serve your needs. Trying to find that balance is key for you. So figure out and separate your wants from your needs first and foremost. If you can do that and then start prioritizing what matters the most for partnership in your life, I think that would be a thing that would benefit you a lot. A lot of the women that I met in your situation haven't necessarily prioritized wants and needs. They say they don't have a type, but they do. The type might not be a certain height or a certain status, but it's a certain energy. It's a certain intention. Sometimes the type is emotionally unavailable. Sometimes the type is a challenge. Sometimes the type is desired by many other women. Sometimes the type is really experienced. Sometimes the type is very, very confident. Those things don't serve you as much in a relationship once the function of the relationship starts. What are the things that you need from a partner day in and day out? When you get home from work, what type of energy do you want to come home to? That's what your needs are, right? When you're sad, what type of energy do you want to be embraced by? Those are your needs. When there's a conflict and there's an argument or a disagreement, what type of energy do you want to negotiate or collaborate with? Those are your needs. Are you codependent or interdependent? Your needs have more to do with function than a person being fine in any particular way that you would be attracted to them. And I'm not assuming that you're only focused on attraction. I'm just saying when you're prioritizing your needs, you focus on the person's intention and the consistent display of that intention. There are many people like you who have trouble finding the right person, who have a similar intention as you to find partnership and to share real love with one another. Too often, two good Samaritans don't meet. Two people with good intentions who have good love to give don't accept or want or desire each other because they're focused on their wants and not their needs. Now, you probably have a very specific reason you're having trouble finding people. I'm not trying to assume a lot of things about you. The good pool of dating matches is shrinking because every day more and more people are being traumatized and having bad experiences or being picked up by people who recognize their value. People who didn't shuffle their feet because they had a type that person didn't match. People who were open-minded and accepted them for who they were. As long as a man's not repulsive, give him a shot. As long as you are not disgusted by him physically, figure out who he is. Discover him. Too often we're so loyal to our standards or what we want in a partner that we forget about and throw away our needs. The partners we pray for present themselves to us on a regular basis for a while in certain phases of our lives, and we reject them because they don't look like the image that we've created in our mind about our imaginary fantasy person. Sometimes it's some dumb shit, to be quite honest. To your question of are there ways to balance societal expectations with your own desires? Fuck society. Why are we worried about society? Because your friends and your family is putting pressure on you? They are society. You need to talk to them personally. Tell people to keep their pressure and their fears and their anxieties to themselves. That's the second time you didn't say the word need in your question. That tells me it's possible, not proven, but possible that you're not focused on the right things. And if you're praying for partnership and love and companionship and support, you need to prioritize people, spirits, identities that embody those things when you're dating. A lot of people have picked themselves out of the game. They're so choosy or picky or selective is the nicer way to say it, that they've deselected everyone because nobody's good enough. That's like not driving because it's not a Lamborghini. I would much rather drive a Toyota. I know a lot of people who love their Toyotas. If you insist on driving a Lamborghini, but you got Toyota money, that's your personal prerogative. But so many people shoot themselves in the foot trying to figure out how to get everything they desire, when even when they get that person has none of their needs and the relationship tanks anyway. You said you don't want to make decisions you regret just to appease others. Again, fuck others. We have to put this idea that others mean anything. Everybody has an asshole and everybody has an opinion. We have to learn to live outside of the opinions of other people. What people think about your situation is none of your business. At least it's none of mine. I don't live my life based on what other people think about it. And I had to learn that in time. So I'm praying that you learn that same thing. You'll regret the decisions you made to appease your own desires and your own surface level wants. That's what you'll regret at the end of the day. Not what other people thought, what you thought or what you needed that you were not true to. You don't want to wait too long to discover whether or not you missed out on opportunities looking at the wrong stuff and worried about the wrong shit. And again, I'm not trying to come down on you, but I seen your Instagram. A lot of the messaging on your Instagram alludes to you being very selective in prioritizing the status and the optics of the relationship that you start, not necessarily the function of it. And that's just my honest feedback. To your other question of how do you deal with that pressure without losing confidence in yourself? You have to know who you are. And you have to be who you are inside or outside of a relationship. Whether or not you have a partner or don't have a partner, you have to know what you are, who you are. You have to be strong on your identity. If you don't know who you are, this world will tell you. You're letting them decide who you are and what your value to this world is based on you having the thing that they think will validate you. A relationship won't validate you. A relationship can't give you happiness. You have to be valid in yourself, and you have to bring that happiness to a relationship. You're good enough right now. Relationship or no relationship, right now you are enough. And you need to know that. And if anybody has the power to take that away from you, you gave them that power. So take it back. Even so, if you're looking for a partner and you're tired of wasting time, and it sounds like you kind of are, you might want to try Gone Chatting. Gone Chatting allows you to make connections with people instantaneously. It's just a more efficient way to date. On video, you normally can see if a person is attracted to you or not. You can normally tell if you have any real chemistry within seconds of being on video with the person. I would much rather be rejected in seconds, or at least feel that energy or give that energy out in seconds, than spend hours chit-chatting or days waiting for each other, thinking about each other's messages, only to meet in person and find out that we're not really attracted to each other at all. In fact, I'm a little bit repulsed. So if you're looking for someone you know you're attracted to and you know what you're looking for in that respect, but you're not finding someone who has the other qualities, having real conversations from the very start helps figure that out a lot quicker. So try Gone Chatting today if you're having dating issues. Anyone else want to write me? Hit me on Instagram at @KevVic24. I'll get with y'all later.